Have you ever wondered how farmers manage to protect their crops and livestock with millions of wild animals roaming around? Get ready because we're about to explore the jaw-dropping, action-packed world of U.S. farmers who become real-life heroes every day. What you're about to see is nothing short of amazing. We're talking clever traps, high-tech gadgets, and even some wild standoffs that make action movies look boring. Our farmers are not just fighting the weather. They're facing nature in an exciting showdown that'll have you on the edge of your seat. Get ready for an unforgettable journey through the wild, wild world of U.S. farming. Farmers and ranchers in the United States face significant challenges from various wildlife, such as wild boar, white-tailed deer, coyotes, and wild turkeys. If you live in the suburbs or countryside of Texas or California, you might witness deer and wild boars leaving the woods in search of food. Though they may appear harmless, these animals are among the most destructive wildlife species. Additionally, coyotes are particularly troublesome for cattle ranchers. According to a report by farmers in Texas and California in 2021, wild boars alone caused approximately $1.7 billion in damage, with the vegetable production industry in California suffering around $650 million in losses. Wild hogs can tear up fields, causing extensive damage to the land. These animals are strong and can dig up the ground with their snouts, making it hard for plants to grow. When they move in large groups, the damage becomes even worse. They can ruin crops that farmers have worked hard to plant. This destruction not only affects the plants, but also makes the soil less fertile for future use, costing farmers a lot of money and effort. In cities like San Antonio in southern Texas, herds of wild boars have become increasingly common. Texas boasts the largest number of wild boars in the country, with an estimated 3.5 to 4 million, nearly half of the national population. Female wild boars can start breeding as early as 6 months old, with each female typically giving birth to a litter of 10 to 15 piglets annually. Their rapid reproduction and adaptability have kept their numbers high, despite millions being hunted each year. Wild boars are also prevalent in other states like Florida, Georgia, Alabama, and Southern California, collectively causing an estimated $2.7 billion in agricultural losses annually. These animals are notorious for invading large fields of corn, vegetables, or wheat, often hiding and destroying crops for weeks before moving on in search of new food sources. Imagine if a herd of about 25 wild boars invaded your corn farm and stayed there for a week. These animals, considered very harmful to farming in the United States, could cause overwhelming destruction. They could trample your crops, dig up the soil with their snouts, and even contaminate water sources. Wild boars are considered unprotected animals, and most states in the U.S. encourage people to trap and hunt them without limit to minimize their damage to farms. This lack of protection is due to the boar's capacity for massive damage, which can lead to significant economic losses for farmers. Once trapped, these wild boars are usually killed by humans before being processed or sold to restaurants, where their meat is often used in various dishes. It is estimated that between 2.5 to 3 million wild boars are killed each year by hunters. Despite these efforts, their numbers stay the same because they reproduce and adapt very quickly. A single female boar can have multiple litters each year, contributing to their rapid population growth. Many farmers have become so accustomed to wild boar meat that they sometimes kill dozens without even bothering to collect the carcasses, seeing them more as pests than potential food sources. The ongoing fight against these tough animals requires constant effort, as their presence can undo months of hard work in just a few days. The government and farming communities continue to explore new methods and strategies to control their numbers and reduce their harmful impact on farms and natural areas. Coyotes are another significant nuisance for ranchers across the United States. These adaptable animals are found in every state except Hawaii and have remarkably adjusted to a range of environments. Female coyotes typically get pregnant by the time they are 1 year old, with a gestation period of only 2 months. Their ability to thrive in various conditions and the lack of natural predators have caused coyote populations to surge rapidly. According to the United States Fish and Wildlife Service, California has the highest number of coyotes, estimated at around 750,000. However, This figure might be much higher in reality because of the coyote's impressive reproductive capabilities. Coyotes spend most of their day roaming the forests, but they become particularly active at night. This nocturnal behavior brings them closer to livestock farms, where they search for food. Their diet primarily consists of small rodents and carcasses of dead animals, but they are also known to attack and kill livestock. According to USDA statistics, about 117,000 livestock animals fall prey to coyotes each year, making them the leading cause of livestock losses to wildlife in the United States. To mitigate the impact of coyotes on agriculture and control their population growth, various measures are taken, including trapping and hunting. Despite these efforts, coyote numbers continue to rise due to their exceptional adaptability and reproductive success. Most states allow the hunting of coyotes throughout the entire year, and annually, hunters in the U.S. kill about 550,000 coyotes. Many of these predators live close to livestock farms, causing substantial damage to U.S. agriculture. However, the white-tailed deer presents an even greater challenge for American farmers. Currently, there are about 36.7 million deer in the United States, with white-tailed deer making up approximately 81% of that total. Similar to wild boars, white-tailed deer spend most of their time in forests, but frequently venture into areas with fields or crops, seizing any opportunity to feed. According to USDA estimates, in June 2022 alone, white-tailed deer caused about $2.5 billion in agricultural damage. This species is responsible for 58% of crop losses and 33% of vegetable losses across the country. Furthermore, white-tailed deer contribute to hundreds of traffic accidents annually. The National Deer Association estimates that hunters kill about 6.1 million white-tailed deer each year, making it the most hunted animal in the United States. Despite this, their numbers continue to rise, causing increasing concern for farmers and conservationists alike. The impact of wildlife on agriculture cannot be ignored. With the rapid growth of wild animals like coyotes, deer, and wild boars, it is essential to find sustainable solutions to minimize damage while also protecting these species from extinction. One solution that has been implemented in some areas is the use of repellents or fencing around fields or farms. However, this can be costly and only partially effective. Another approach is the use of non-lethal deterrents, such as loud noises or bright lights, to scare off animals without harming them. Overall, finding a balance between protecting agriculture and preserving biodiversity is crucial for the sustainable coexistence of humans and wild animals. The constant evolution and adaptability of these species demand continuous effort and innovation in managing their impact on farms. By working together with farmers, conservationists, and government agencies, we can find effective strategies to mitigate damage from wildlife, while also ensuring their survival for generations to come. Advanced technologies now offer innovative solutions to the problem of wildlife affecting agriculture. One such solution is the use of drones. Drones can fly over fields and patrol large areas, spotting any wild animals that might be approaching. This allows farmers to take action quickly before any damage is done. Another effective tool is motion-activated sprinklers. These sprinklers turn on when they detect movement, spraying water to scare off animals. Ultrasonic repellents are also beneficial. These devices emit a high-frequency sound that bothers animals but cannot be heard by humans, driving the animals away without harming them. These tools save time and reduce the labor required to keep wildlife at bay. Instead of spending hours patrolling fields or setting traps, farmers can rely on these modern technologies to protect their crops and livestock. By embracing these advanced solutions, we can better manage the impact of wildlife on agriculture while also respecting the animals. The relationship between wildlife and agriculture is complex and requires careful management. While wild animals can cause significant damage to farms, they also play an essential role in maintaining healthy ecosystems. Through a combination of preventative measures, responsible hunting and trapping practices, and innovative technologies, we can find a balance between protecting agriculture and preserving biodiversity. By working together, we can ensure a sustainable future for both humans and wild animals. So, instead of solely relying on traditional methods like trapping or hunting, exploring modern technological solutions can provide more effective and humane ways to manage the impact of wildlife on agriculture. Let's take action together. Share these ideas to help protect both our farms and our wildlife. Talk to your local farmers and community leaders about using these smart solutions. And remember, every little step counts. Follow us for more tips and join the movement to find a balance between farming and nature. Act now, spread the word, and make a difference today.